Welcome to the third section in starting ecom. In this video, we're going to cover store creation, building your Shopify store, and building out your product pages. So first, the section overview. The goal for this section is for you to start designing your Shopify store and building out your product pages to sell. This process is simple and shouldn't take more than a week to complete. Follow the store setup video in the course. That video has the essentials and it's a step-by-step guide on how to get a good website up. However, you must improve on it and add your own touch to it as every store is different. So that video will guide you towards building your first Shopify store, but it's up to you to improve on it and make the store fit your brand. Don't rush this process and make sure everything is perfect before running ads to the site. It's much better to take your time and do it right. So first, picking a brand name and domain. So your brand name should be short and memorable, and it doesn't have to mean anything. So if you think of Apple, Discord, Nike, like these words don't actually mean anything. The marketing behind the brand is what gives the name value. So make sure you pick a name that is short and memorable so customers can remember it. Now, by doing this, alongside the niche store model, you can pivot and test multiple products and niches under one brand without needing to start over with a new Shopify store and domain every time. So if you create a random domain, if you create a random brand name such as Tucci, for example, a word that means absolutely nothing, you can keep testing different niches under that brand. So you can create a Shopify store and have a domain regarding a completely random word and then test the cat niche, the dog niche, the beauty niche. You can test unlimited niches under one brand name. Whereas if you pick a store name such as Ultimate Dog Toys, for example, you can only test products in the dog toys niche. So it's best to pick a random brand name that can be applicable to any niche. Now, before you create your brand name, make sure the domain name is available before launching your store. Now, only use the .com or .co extensions. You don't want to create a shop that ends in .store or in .shop because all of these look scammy. So I'd only recommend sticking to .com or .co. And after you've created your domain, you can get a professional email address from G Suite or Zoho. Zoho is a free alternative. So when you do this, you can create a professional email. The email can be info@storename.com as opposed to storename@gmail.com. Now, if you need help with brand name ideas, you can go to namelix.com to get inspiration. Payment processors. Now, you need to accept credit card payments and PayPal on your website to get the highest conversion rates. There's no Bitcoin, there's no Cash App. People have to pay with their credit card or with PayPal. Now, credit card payments are absolutely essential and they will be 60 to 70% of your sales. Now, if you're in Europe, more people may use PayPal. So having both credit cards and PayPal will definitely help you get the highest conversion rates. Now, the best credit card processors are Shopify Payments. Shopify Payments should be available in the US, UK, Canada, Australia. However, if you don't have that available, make sure you use Stripe. With Shopify Payments, you will get cheaper payment processing fees. In addition, PayPal is also recommended as many customers trust them. If you open a PayPal account, make sure you create a business account and be prepared for payment holds in the first few weeks while your account builds trust. So when you open a new PayPal account, they might hold your money for between 14 to 21 days just for the first few orders to make sure you're a real brand. Now, in addition, you could also upload tracking numbers into PayPal, which also increases trust. If neither PayPal or Stripe Shopify Payments are available, find a dedicated payment processor in your country by searching your country and Shopify payment providers into Google. Then Shopify will give you a list of payment processors in your country. So next, advertising pixels and Google Analytics. A pixel is a piece of code that you install on your website which tracks customers' actions and behavior. Without it, advertising platforms will not be able to track the performance of your ads and optimize them. Now, both Facebook and TikTok pixels can be installed very easily via their official Shopify apps. So if you install the Facebook app or the TikTok app, you should be able to install the pixel pretty easily. Now, this process takes between 5 to 10 minutes to do. However, it is absolutely essential that you set up the pixel before running ads. In addition, I highly recommend Google Analytics. This provides a host of data on your customers. It can give you a great idea of your customers' demographics, interests, and shopping behavior. So I highly recommend setting up Google Analytics. Setting up both of these tracking solutions is an easy process, and the process always changes as Google, Facebook, TikTok, they always update their systems. So based on when you're watching this, they may have updated their platform again. So I highly recommend watching a recent YouTube tutorial on how to do this. There's plenty of videos available online. It should only take you 5 to 10 minutes to do, but make sure you do it before you start running ads to your website. So next, the recommended Shopify apps. There are 5 apps that I recommend that you use on your Shopify store. The first app is Diesses, then Aftership, Klaviyo, SMS Bump, and Vitals app. Now Diesses is a fulfillment app that automates the ordering process from AliExpress for dropshipping. So after a customer places an order on your website, you need to go to AliExpress and manually put in the customer's information so the supplier can ship the order to the customer. When you use an app such as Diesses, this entire process gets automated and you don't have to sit there and manually write every single customer's address. So when you use the Diesses app, it automates the ordering process. If you're not dropshipping from AliExpress, if you're dropshipping from CJ Dropshipping, Spocket, Weo, Zendrop, all of these apps have their own fulfillment app that helps you automate the process. So for example, if you're buying products from CJ Dropshipping, you can use the CJ Dropshipping app. Depending on your supplier, you might need to use a different fulfillment app. The next app is Aftership. Now the Aftership app is an app that helps customers track their order after they purchase. After they purchase and the tracking number is uploaded, Aftership will send customers shipping updates regarding their order. Every time the order status updates, so info received, in transit, out for delivery and delivered, Aftership will send that update to your customers. So this keeps customers informed of the process, which further builds their trust and reduces customer service emails. So if someone buys from you and they have no idea about when their package is coming, they're going to get worried and skeptical and they might start emailing you, or in the worst case, they'll want to file a chargeback with their bank. So make sure you install the Aftership app. The next app is Klaviyo. Klaviyo is absolutely essential as it's an email marketing app. Now, email marketing is one of the most profitable customer acquisition tools in e-commerce. So you need Klaviyo for your abandoned cart flows and email marketing in general. So if somebody abandons cart, Klaviyo will send them an email. You can also send post-purchase email flows and many more within Klaviyo. So I highly recommend using Klaviyo. Now SMS Bump is an SMS marketing app that does the same thing as Klaviyo. It's another way to get in touch with your customers. SMS Bump can send abandoned cart texts and many more. So it's incredibly important to use both of these marketing channels. Klaviyo does offer SMS marketing as well, but in my experience, SMS Bump is a lot more robust and has many more features. So I'd recommend using both of them. And the most important app that I recommend that you use is the Vitals app. Now, in my opinion, the Vitals app is the greatest app on the Shopify App Store. It contains 40 different apps inside it for a cheap price of $30 per month, and it comes with a 30-day free trial. Now, if you use all of these apps separately, it would cost well over $250 per month. So Vitals is an absolute bargain. Now, this app will increase your conversion rate and will also speed up your website, as having too many apps will slow down the website. Now, the apps I recommend inside the Vitals app are the product reviews, volume discounts and product bundles, which serve as upsells, currency converter, visitor replays, wheel of fortune, frequently bought together, related products, and product description tabs if your theme doesn't have it. So after you've signed up to Vitals app, you can go through all of their apps. There's over 40 of them there. Go through each of them and decide which ones to use. But these are the ones that I recommend. Now, all of these apps will improve the conversion rate on your website. So in my opinion, this app is absolutely recommended. It's absolutely essential for your Shopify store. Now I'm going to talk about the essential store pages. Now, all of this is covered in the store setup video. In the store setup video, I do a step-by-step tutorial on how you can set all of this up. It is important that you have the essential store pages on your website in order to build trust with your customers. If you don't include them, your customers may not trust you and you will get fewer sales. So essential store pages include the home page, an about us page, your product pages, FAQs, legal policies, and contact us. In addition, you can add a shipping policy and track your order page via the Aftership app. This helps improve trust also. So take the time to set up all of these pages. Once again, a step-by-step tutorial is included in the store setup video in the course. So now I'm going to talk about conversion rate optimization, which is optimizing your product pages for sales. So the product page is where you will be sending customers on your website to purchase your product. So from ads, you will be linking customers to the product page. It's incredibly important that the product page is well optimized if you want to be profitable. So there are 5 main factors that are responsible for your conversion rate. All of these must be well optimized, and if you are not getting sales, you must troubleshoot these factors. So these factors include product photos, product pricing, product description, product reviews, and website speed. If something is not working, if your ads are not profitable, you can improve each of these and increase your sales. So now I'm going to go into more detail regarding each of these. So first, product photos. This is the most important factor. So make sure you have high quality product photos of your product. This is the first thing your customers will see when they click onto your website. It's incredibly important that the photos look professional and build trust and desire with the customer. There are 2 main types of products: professional flat lay products, which include your product on a white background, and lifestyle shots. Now ideally you have both. Having the product in use will show customers how the product can be used in their daily lives. They picture themselves using it. So normally, if you're buying a product, you will go to a retail store and you would see the product, you would touch it, you would feel it, and you would want to purchase it. However, online, you can't do that. So online, the most important thing is your product photos. People want to see what they're buying. So it's incredibly important that your product photos are high quality and customers can picture themselves using it. So make sure your product photos are congruent. They should all fit the same theme. If you have two different colors, make sure the photo angles are the same. So when I've been doing a few store reviews for students in the server, found that some people for different colors, and this is due to the supplier usually, for different colors, the angles of the photo may be different. And I think this is a huge turn off. Make sure the photo angles are the same. So if you have two different colors for your product, make sure the angle is the same. Now to source product photos, find them on AliExpress, Alibaba, and Amazon. This is enough to get started. You can also try your niche competitor sites as well. After you've tested the product and you're profitable, you can get custom photography made. But in the beginning, just use photos found online. Next, the product pricing. Now, the product pricing will always have a huge impact on the conversion rate. Now, in the course, I've talked about the importance of having a 3 to 5x markup in order to be profitable. It's incredibly important that you sell products at a fair price to the customer. You can't take a shit product and mark it up 3 to 5 times, just because I've told you to. The actual product must be of fair value to the customer. Customers must be happy paying that price for the product. If your price is completely out of whack, people will not add to cart, let alone purchase. So if you're running ads and you're not even getting add to carts, your product pricing may be off. Now, testing pricing can improve the conversion rate. Sometimes, if you decrease the product price, you might get a higher conversion rate. Price elasticity is very real, and sometimes increasing the price can increase sales. So an example of this is in the jewelry niche. If you are buying jewelry for your partner, would you rather buy a $10 piece of jewelry or a $100 piece of jewelry? Usually you'd buy the $100 one because people associate higher prices with quality. So sometimes increasing the price can also improve your conversion rate. In addition, you can do discounts by changing the compare at price on Shopify to make the product look like a better deal. You can also test free shipping. Now, usually I charge $4.95 USD for shipping and do free shipping over X amount to increase the AOV. So this depends on your product and your niche. Test both and see what works for you. Sometimes free shipping is better, but many times charging for shipping and offering free shipping over a certain amount is better in my experience. Next, the product description. Make sure you have a high quality product description. Take the time to write this out and format it properly. Now, the AliExpress and supplier descriptions do not work. They only contain basic features of the product and it is not enough to sell the product. You need to write out a good product description and add plenty of benefits. Take the time to write out a good product description. The format that works well is as follows. First, you want to have a hero paragraph describing the main benefit of the product, followed by 5 expanded bullet points of features. I show an example of this in the store setup video in the course, so make sure you go through that to get an idea of what I mean. So you want to have one hero paragraph, which is the first paragraph, describing the one core value proposition of the product, and follow that up with 5 expanded bullet points of features and benefits. Now, if you need inspiration for product descriptions, find your product on Amazon and niche competitors so you can get an idea of what to write. Now, you can also reverse image search the product photos on AliExpress to find competitors selling the same product. You can then go to their website and model their product descriptions and improve it. Next, product reviews. Social proof is extremely important when it comes to persuading a customer to buy your product. If other people have bought the product and have been satisfied, your customers may be happy too. As a result, it's incredibly important that you have reviews on your product page. Now, you can import product reviews from AliExpress and edit them in the Vitals app. Now, make sure the grammar is good, the reviews contain a lot of information, use a combination of images and text. Have as many product reviews as possible, especially for your main hero product, the one you'll be advertising. For the other products on your site, you can get away with having less, but for your main product, use as many reviews as possible. Now, include good and bad reviews in your product page to increase the trust. If you only have 5-star reviews, people will not believe your site. A good star rating is around 4.7 out of 5. So make sure you have a variety of good reviews and bad reviews. Now, Amazon.com, the biggest e-commerce business in the world, built their business off customer reviews. So don't underestimate how important it is to have good customer reviews. Next, the website speed. So the website speed makes a huge difference to your conversion rate. Nowadays, people have very short attention spans, and if your website takes too long to load, they will not stay. You can improve your website speed by optimizing your product photos. Take your product photos and convert them to JPEG instead of PNG, as PNG files are very big and take a lot longer to load. So to compress them, you can use the CrushPix app on Shopify, or you can find a compression tool on Google. And I'd also recommend staying away from product videos and GIFs on your product pages, as they also increase the load time. In addition, don't use too many Shopify apps, as each of them individually need to request from their servers to load, and this slows down your site. So don't use too many Shopify apps, stick to the ones that I recommend. So finally, the action steps for this lesson. So after you've found the products that you want to sell, you need to create a name for your brand and purchase your domain. After you do that, start building out your Shopify store according to the store setup video in the course. So go through that video will give you a step-by-step guide on how to build your Shopify store. After you've done that, install your advertising pixels, Google Analytics, and set up the recommended apps. After doing so, import the products you research into your Shopify store and start building out highly optimized product pages for them. And remember to put more effort into the main hero product. And finally, memorize the 5 factors that significantly improve the conversion rate and always try to improve them. So in this part of the video, I'm going to go over the frequently asked questions regarding store creation. Why use Shopify instead of WordPress and Wix and other website builders? Shopify is the backbone of most e-commerce businesses and is the absolute king for dropshipping. They have more apps, better functionality, and backend support than all the other website hosting platforms. Most dropshipping and e-commerce businesses are built on Shopify. Now, you can scale your businesses as much as possible with Shopify. Some of the biggest brands in the world are hosted on the Shopify platform. You know, brands such as Gymshark and Kylie Cosmetics. So Shopify is a great place to get started. There is no need to spend money on a custom developed website. A custom website might even cost you $50,000 sometimes. So Shopify fixes this problem. Stick to Shopify. There's no need to use any other website builder. How long does it take to build a store? So this truly depends on you. If you're building your first Shopify store, it might take you 2 to 3 weeks to build, which is completely fine. We want to build a business here that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. So if it takes you 2 to 3 weeks to build out a store, it's not a problem. You'll be building your skill set at the same time. However, as you become more experienced, you might be able to build your store within a few hours. If it's your first time building a store, take the time to explore all the features and settings within Shopify. So go through every setting, look through every button, go to the theme editor, go through all the fonts, all the colors, all the options. So go through all of the features in Shopify and don't rush this process. A poorly created website will turn customers off and you will not make money. If it takes you a month to build a website, but it's a good website, that's much better than rushing the process, running ads and losing money. Take your time to build a good website. Should I create a new store for every product I test? So I recommend creating a niche store with 5 to 10 products on it. So create a store with 5 to 10 products that fit a certain niche. This could be the dog niche, it can be the cat niche, it can be any niche. So creating a new store for every product is a time-consuming process and is highly recommended against. If you have followed the guide and picked the general brand name and domain, you should be able to rotate products in your store if you want to sell in a new niche. So if you've created a general brand name, you can start with one niche, and if that niche doesn't work, you can just rotate out the niche inside the store. I recommend sticking to one store in the beginning, make it successful first, and after your store is doing well, then you can expand out and create new ones. So in the beginning, stick to one store, have a general brand name so you can switch out niches and products within it. Which currency and language should my store be in? So your currency and language should be native to the country that you are selling in to build trust with customers. If you are selling to the United States, make sure your store is in English and your payment currency is in USD. Alternatively, if you're selling to other countries, make it native too. So for example, if you're selling to France, make sure your store is in French and the payment currency is euros. Doing this will build trust with your customers. And it is also why I recommend sticking to one country in the beginning, and once it's working, you can scale out to new countries. In addition, if you have Shopify payments, you can use their multi-currency feature to enable different currencies for different locations. So with Shopify payments, you can enable British pound for the UK, US dollars for the US, Canadian dollars for Canada, and so on. So if you're able to use Shopify payments, use the multi-currency feature. And you can only use one language per Shopify store. Start with one language. If you want to add a new language, you may need to create a new store. So focus on one language in the beginning. Can I use a payment processor if I'm under 18? So the answer is no. You cannot use a payment processor if you're under 18. Shopify payments, Stripe, PayPal, and no other processor will accept you. This is due to anti-money laundering regulations and tax purposes. You need to be over 18 to use a payment processor. Now, if you're under 18, you need to use your family or friends' information on the account. So this could be your parents, your brothers, your friends, it could be anyone that's over 18. Now, don't provide any fake information as your money will be put on hold. So after you start getting consistent sales coming in, Shopify payments and all of these payment processors will verify your account. They'll ask for proof of ID, they'll ask for proof of address and utility bills and different things. So make sure you don't provide fake information. If you're under 18, use somebody who's over 18, use their information on the account. Which Shopify themes do you recommend? When you're starting out, it is perfectly fine to use the free themes that Shopify provides. The free theme that I recommend is Dawn, but you can play around with others. It's important that you go through each theme and decide which one you think is best for your brand. There's no set rule. So go through all of the Shopify themes and pick one that fits your niche. And the paid theme that I recommend is the Turbo theme by Out of the Sandbox. This is a theme that I use for all of my stores. Now this theme costs $350, so it's not needed for beginners. A free theme is perfectly fine. And remember, the most important variable for success will be your product. So don't overthink theme selection. What do you think of landing pages as opposed to product pages? So if you're starting out, I highly recommend sticking to the default Shopify product pages. In addition, most of the big brands on Shopify stick to default product pages. You don't need to use landing pages. Landing pages and funnels are more common in the digital product, info product niche. So in e-commerce, most brands just use the default product pages. But in the info product niche, when you're selling courses and consulting, people use landing pages more. However, it is something that you could definitely test after you find a winning product to help improve the conversion rate. So if you're getting a 2% conversion rate on your product page, but you switch to a landing page and get a 4% conversion rate, if you double your conversion rate, you double your sales. So after you already have something working with a product page, feel free to test a landing page. Landing pages take a lot longer to build, so there's no point creating a whole landing page for a product that you don't know if it's going to work. So start with a default product page. Now for apps that you can use for product pages, you can use Zipify Pages, Shogun, Pagefly, or even ClickFunnels. So ClickFunnels is a completely different website software. However, you can link it to Shopify. So you can also test using ClickFunnels. But in the beginning, stick to the Shopify product pages. How many product photos do I need? I would recommend having at least 5 to 10 product photos on your product page. The more you have, the better. So make sure you have a variety of images, including professional flat lays and lifestyle photos demonstrating the product in use. Now make sure all the photos are high quality. Having blurred photos or having low quality photos will turn off potential customers and they will not purchase. So it's incredibly important that you have high quality product photos. In addition, you can add product images and infographics to your product description to give your customers more information. I've done this in the past before and it can help improve the conversion rate. So get some of your product photos, create some infographics regarding them and add them to your product description. How can I source product photos? So the best way to source product photos in the beginning is to take them from AliExpress, Alibaba, Amazon, or niche competitors. So in the beginning, when you're just testing a product, there's no point going ahead and ordering the product and taking photos because you don't know if the product will work. So in the beginning, start taking product photos from AliExpress, Alibaba, and Amazon. In addition, if there's no good product photos available, you can go to Fiverr and Upwork and try to get 3D renders made. So 3D renders are not real products. They're made by a designer, but they look real. These photos may be higher quality than the ones that the supplier provides on AliExpress. Now, once you have consistent orders coming in, you can consider getting custom photography done, and this may help increase the conversion rate. So in the beginning, use product photos from AliExpress, Alibaba, and Amazon, and once you have sales, you can consider getting customer photos made. How can I create a good product description? You need to keep your product description simple and to the point. Be direct and make sure you provide enough information. Make sure your description is benefit focused and easy to read for the customer. Now make sure when you create the website, go on your mobile and make sure the paragraphs are formatted properly. Too many words are an eyesore and people don't want to read it. So make sure you have plenty of paragraphs and make sure your copy is benefit focused. Once again, a good structure is introducing the product with a short description, demonstrating the one core benefit of the product. Follow that up with 5 expanded bullet points of features. So that's a good way of doing it. I show an example of this in the store setup video in the course. Now remember to keep the copy focused on the benefit of purchasing the product and not just the features. One easy way to remember this is remembering features demonstrate what the product does and benefits explain how it improves the customer's life. So an example of this is the Apple iPod. Instead of saying, oh, this iPod has 5 gigabytes of hard drive space, it's 1,000 songs in your pocket. So 5 gigabytes of hard drive space is the feature, 1,000 songs in your pocket is the benefit. The feature demonstrates what the product does and the benefits explain how it improves the customer's life. You want to be benefit focused in your copy. Now, once again, if you need more help regarding copywriting, go to the copywriting campus in the server and go through all of the sprints. Andrew will teach you how to write good copy. How can I get inspiration for product descriptions? So there are many ways to do this. The best way to do this is to find your product on Amazon and use their product description as a starting point. In addition, you can reverse image search the images of your product on Google and find niche competitors selling the same product and learn from theirs. So you can find other people selling the product and use their description as a starting point. Another great way to create copy is to read reviews of the product on Amazon and competitor websites. Target your copywriting to hit on those pain points and problems. You can do this on Amazon, AliExpress, eBay, anywhere where there's real reviews of the product. You can go through and read what people are saying about the product, seeing what it does for people. Then you can target your copywriting to hit on those problems and pain points. That's another great way to write good copy. Once you have a template from Amazon, competitors, and reviews, use those templates to start building your own product description according to the format I laid out earlier. Have one core hero paragraph about the one core benefit of buying the product and follow that up with 5 bullet points expanding on that. Now, after you've wrote your product description, proofread it multiple times and make sure it's ready to sell. Make sure there's no grammar issues. Go through everything, proofread it multiple times before selling your product. How can you increase your average order value and lifetime value? So it's incredibly important to increase your average order value if you want to be profitable with paid ads. If you can only afford to spend $20 on paid ads and I can afford to spend $30, I'll beat you in the Facebook ad auction and I'll make more money than you. So it's incredibly important that you increase your average order value so you can spend more money on ads. So the best way to do this is to offer upsells and cross-sells, to use the volume discounts, product bundles, frequently bought together, and related product apps in the Vitals app. So all of these apps will help you increase your average order value. Now, in terms of products to upsell, pick products that are relevant to your main winning product. If you could find your winning product on Amazon, go through the frequently bought together for product inspiration. Amazon have millions of data points. They know what people are buying. So if you find products that are frequently bought together on Amazon, you can use this to find products. In addition, you can also test one-click post-purchase upsells. This is an upsell that shows after customers purchase from you. After they purchase, they can buy with just one click, which reduces friction. So after a customer has put their payment information in and has placed the order, straight after the order is confirmed, there'll be an upsell there for people to buy. Now, all customers have to do is click one button and their credit card will be automatically charged. So one-click post-purchase upsells are a great way to increase your average order value. And finally, you can also offer upsells and cross-sells in your post-purchase emails. So after somebody purchases, you can send them more emails with upsells and cross-sells. In addition, give new customers a discount after they purchase. So go into Shopify and edit your order confirmation emails. The order confirmation email has a 100% open rate. People always open the emails that confirm their order. You can go into that template and edit it and give new customers a discount. So you can say, thank you for being a customer. If you want 20% off your purchase, use this discount code and it expires in 24 hours. Add discounts into your order confirmation emails so people buy again. In addition, if you use an app like Klaviyo, you can edit your order confirmation emails and add in upsells directly to the email. So, there's plenty of ways to do this. You can use Klaviyo or you can use the native Shopify email template and add a discount code on there. Next, where should you put your shipping times? So it's incredibly important that you add shipping times onto your website so customers know when the product will arrive. You can put your shipping times on the product page, at the bottom of the description, shipping policies page, and FAQs. I wouldn't recommend putting the shipping times on the shipping page in the checkout, as it may turn off potential customers. So in the actual checkout, I recommend keeping it short. Write something like worldwide shipping or insured shipping. I wouldn't put the shipping times in the checkout page. In addition, you can add the shipping times to your order confirmation emails and post-purchase emails so that customers are aware of the long shipping times. Now remember, always be upfront and honest with the customer in regards to shipping times. They will be understanding, so never lie about it. Don't say the product will arrive in 3 to 4 days if it takes 2 weeks to arrive. Always be honest about it. Make sure you put this information on your site so customers know how long it will take. Should I charge for shipping? So you can test free shipping and charging for shipping. Both of them work. So I usually charge customers $4.95 for shipping and do free shipping over X amount to increase the average order value. So for example, if your product costs $35, you might want to offer free shipping over $40 so people spend more money on your website. Now, you might offer free shipping to your customers and get a higher conversion rate. However, if you account for the profits lost by not charging for shipping, it might offset the higher conversion rate. So you might get a higher conversion rate with free shipping, but the money you lost by not charging shipping may not offset that. At the end of the day, it's up to you to test which works best for your business. I would recommend charging for shipping. How many product reviews should I have? So I recommend having as many product reviews as possible. If it's possible, have over 100 plus reviews. It can build trust with your customer. So I would shoot for an average of 50 plus reviews per product, and at the low end, maybe 20 to 30 reviews. The more the better. It builds more social proof. And remember, customers will only really read the first 10 reviews. So you can add a lot of reviews, but make sure the top 10 are the most helpful. Now, especially for your main hero product. The main hero product is the product that you'll be advertising. So it's incredibly important that you put more effort into that product. Now, make sure you include a variety of photos and text reviews. The photo reviews should show at the top in Vitals app, which is important. Make sure you format the review so it grammatically makes sense and is helpful for the buyer. In addition, make sure you include all the star ratings. It is a red flag if you only have 5-star ratings. So make sure you include 2-star, 3-star, 4-star reviews as well. And finally, you can import all of these reviews from AliExpress. They're all real. So you can import them with the Vitals app and you can edit them to format them better. How can I speed up my website? So the best way to speed up your website is to compress all the media on your website. And I'd recommend staying away from product videos and GIFs. So for photos, use JPEG files instead of PNG files as they tend to be largest. In addition, you can compress these files using the CrushPix app on Shopify or any other image compression tool on Google. Now make sure when you compress photos, make sure the quality is high. If the quality is not high, it will decrease your conversion rate. In addition, make sure you don't use too many apps on your Shopify store, as each of them individually slow the store down. Every time an app is loaded on your website, that app has to send a request to their server to get the data. So if you have too many apps, many requests have to be sent, which slows down your website. And even if you uninstall apps, they may leave behind traces of code, which slows down your website. What are some things that improve trust on your website? So everything on your product page should improve trust. You need to have high quality photos, a strong product description, product reviews, and a fast website speed. Everything improves trust. You need to make sure that everything is laid out properly, easy to read, formatted properly, no spelling mistakes and no grammar issues. So after you've done that, make sure you have all of the essential pages set up, including the legal policies, the shipping policies and order tracking, FAQs, and contact us. When customers see this, it also improves their trust. In addition, make sure you have a generous 30-day money-back guarantee so customers feel safe buying from you. And make sure customers can contact you easily. So make sure you have a contact form on your site. Make sure your email address is shown and people can contact you easily. In addition, I would stay away from scammy gimmicks such as fake countdown timers, fake stock count, and even trust badges. They're not necessary. People have seen these all over the internet now. People don't trust them. So I'd recommend staying away from countdown timers, stock count, and trust badges. Now finally, review your entire website before launching. Go through everything. Go through your homepage, your product pages. Make sure you go through absolutely everything before launching. Don't rush it. Make sure everything is perfect before launching. And the final question, what is a good conversion rate? The conversion rate is dependent on the niche and traffic source. As a general rule, anything over 3% is a good conversion rate. Certain niches and product categories have higher conversion rates than others, but the traffic source is the most important factor usually. For example, the conversion rate from an email marketing campaign or a pay-per-click Google ad may be upwards of 5 to 10%. But a conversion rate from social media ads, from people that have never heard of you before, maybe 2 to 3%. So it completely depends. In general, an online store conversion rate over 3% is a good number to shoot for. But at the end of the day, if you are profitable with your ads, that is the most important factor. Go back and improve on the 5 factors mentioned before to improve your conversion rate. So make sure you have a high quality product photo, description, good pricing, product reviews, and a fast website.